We back in here, man, for go. You already know. And right now we're gonna have a short video basically about the three basic types of bets. But first I wanna get into a review of January 26th and specifically my guaranteed list, aka my for show bets. And I know if y'all watched my last video, you probably seen a for show list. Basically that's my guaranteed list saying that these games gonna win, even though ain't nothing guaranteed. But I'm just showing y'all that you don't have to watch the game to be able to analyze this data and predict a winning ticket. So with that being said, remember I told y'all about them Clippers. I told y'all don't mess with them Clippers. And just keep in mind, I'm not watching these games. I ain't watching no sports these days. But you see what the Clippers did. So that was a good pick for you, that Clippers pick right there. Y'all probably remember I had the plus 1.5 on the Capitals and I had plus 1.5 on the Penguins. I also had that on the list. But as you can see, the Capitals actually won and the Penguins lost by 1, which is covering the plus 1.5, which y'all finna learn about. But I want to go specifically to the list, what I like to call my for show list. And LSU, UConn, Alabama, Utah, Tennessee, Richmond, and Ohio was on that list. As you can see, Alabama won, Tennessee won. As you can see, Connecticut won. LSU won, as you can see. And I'll just go back. I'm just showing y'all that those games won. I ain't gonna dig down to the final Richmond and Ohio, but I'm gonna go ahead and teach y'all about the three basic types of bets. But just showing y'all that my for sure list. I haven't watched the game now. I don't know any college player's name. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do it. It's not about your skills with the game. It's about numbers, and I'm just here to show the people. But with that being said, these are the three basic types of bets. If you're a beginner, you probably don't know this, but people that do this, they already know. So if the shoe fit, let's wear the shoe if it applies to you. We're going to start off with what they call money line, and this is probably the most common bet that everybody is familiar with. Little kids can do it. Like I said, little kids probably do money line betting. They don't know. It's basically where you saying the money line is you picking a team to win. So you got Portland Trail Blazers and you got the Houston Rockets. So money line bet, I would be saying the Houston Rockets win, or I would be saying the Portland Trail Blazers win. In this situation, it's time to learn about the plus and the negative. The negative will be saying the team that Vegas picks to win. So if there's a negative by the Houston Rockets name, you got this negative 4.5 right here. That means the plus is on the other team. The plus is the team that Vegas picks to lose. So if you see a plus on the team, they pick this team to lose. But the plus pays more money on the money line because they are favored to lose, and you said that they win. And if they win, you get paid more than you would get paid if you just bet the team to win, which would be, in this case, the Rockets. If you pick the Rockets to win, you'll get paid less than if you pick the Trailblazers to win. So with that being said, that's called a money line bet. The negative is on the team they pick to win. The plus is on the team that they pick to lose. Okay. That's the first type of bet. Second bet is what they call a spread bet. You have a spread plus bet and you have a spread negative bet. Of course, the negative being with the team favored to win. Okay, in this situation, the spread would be considered of the number that you see beside the negative. There is a negative 4.5 by Houston Rockets. So what is being said is, if you pick the negative spread bet on the Houston Rockets, you would be saying that the Houston Rockets defeat the Portland Trail Blazers by more than 4.5 points. 4.5 points or more. Of course, you can't beat a team by 4.5 points. So in this situation with the 0.5, you would be saying the Houston Rockets beat the Trail Blazers by 5 points or more. If they do not beat the Rockets by 5 points, you lost. Okay. With that being said, there will be a plus on the Portland Trail Blazers. There will be the same number that's on the Rockets, a negative 4.5, will be a plus 4.5 on the Trailblazers. So if you selected the plus 4.5 for the Trailblazers, what you would be saying is the Portland Trailblazers will not lose by more than 4.5 points. So, with that being said, if the Portland Trailblazers lose by 5 points, then you lost the bet. But if the Portland Trailblazers lose by 4 points, you won because there's a 4.5 there. So if the Portland Trailblazers lose by 4 points, you won that bet because they didn't lose by 4.5. If the Portland Trailblazers win the game, you won that bet. So ultimately, there are two ways to win a plus spread bet. Either the team does not lose by the points described, or either the team wins the game. So if you bet a plus 4.5 and the Portland Trailblazers lose by 2 points, you won that bet. Or if they win the game, you won that bet. If the Portland Trailblazers lose by 7 points, you lost that bet. With that being said, if you bet a negative 4.5 spread for the Rockets and the Rockets win by 2 points, you lost that bet. But if you bet a negative 4.5 for the Rockets and the Rockets lose by the Rockets win by 7 points, then you won that bet. So if the Rockets win by 2 points, you lost the bet. If the Rockets win by 7 points, you won the bet. That is what you call a spread bet. And got any questions, y'all know y'all can comment or whatever the case, and I'll help clarify some things if I'm saying them incorrectly, and I'm not perfect. I'm just a human being. So with that being said, we're going to go to the third basic type of bet, which would be called the over and under. The over and under bet is a simple bet, simply saying that the total points of the game is either over or under the number specified. In this situation, as you can see, the Portland Trailblazers and the Houston Rockets, there is a number that says 229.0, and there is a T beside that number. That T stands for total, and the total would be 229. So with the over and under, you simply saying that the total points of the combined Portland Trailblazers and the Houston Rockets either would be over 229, or the total points of the Houston Rockets and the Trailblazers will be under 229. Simple. And you can't get no simpler than that. With that being said, these are 3 basic types of bets. We mind for gold. Y'all already know what it is. I'm finna hit y'all with another video in a few.